Happy Tuesday. How's everybody doing today? I'm celebrating Happy Tuesday as I'm thinking about strategies and why they suck and what is key and helpful in making them freaking amazing. Well, in our society where we want the fastest route to getting what we want, we can become quite addicted to strategies, right? This person created the successful business and I want to create the successful business, so might as well learn from them. And this person learned to speak in public and I want to speak in public and I might as well learn from them. And this person lost all these pounds and has the rocking body, so I want to learn from them, right? And we create these expectations when we purchase their system, hoping that we can do it too. Well, before you invest another dollar in any other system, I would love to share with you the following. You ready? If you take two kids and you teach them exactly the same math lesson, and then give them a test, exactly the same test, are the results going to be the same? What about if you take two people that have been diagnosed with the same illness and you give them the same exact treatment? Are the results going to be the same? I hear you loud and clear. They're not. Because we are not freaking robots. We are human, and that adds a whole other level of variables to the game. Now, what do I see it doing? And it deeply frustrates me a ton. It reinforces this self-doubt that we initially had before we purchased the system, thinking there's something wrong with us. If it's not working for me, there must be something wrong with me because it worked for him or for her. Why isn't it working for me? And it just reinforces this feeling of needing to fix something, work on something, improve something. When the reality is that there are so many variables to this outcome being exactly the same, that when we think about giving two kids exactly the same lesson and exactly the same test, we can clearly see that the results are not going to be the same, and we wouldn't even expect that. But when it comes to ourselves, we expect ourselves to be able to deliver exactly the same result than the person that created this multiple seven-figure business in 7 months or whatever it is that they're saying, right? We have those high expectations. How are you? So it's really frustrating when I see this. You know, I've experienced it myself a ton of times, and then I see it in clients and I see it all over the internet, and it's really frustrating that we set ourselves these high expectations, such high expectations that are completely unrealistic, and we would not expect that from two kids receiving the same math lesson and taking the same test, but we do have that expectation on ourselves. And this strategy system selling of I did it and you could do it too, that we're seeing all over the internet, just makes it so much deeper. So much deeper. Now, when we go to see what are the variables that are playing here, and we are super sensitive to what's really happening, we can notice very clearly what's at play. If the system or strategy that's presented goes deeper into the levels of unlocking whatever limiting belief we may have, then you're off and running and you're creating your own results. And if they're not exactly the same results, it doesn't really matter because you're super happy with the outcome. But if the system didn't really reach that level and it just touched barely the surface, and you didn't really get to that space where you could turn on the switch and be like, ooh, I got it, then you're stuck in the same place, not getting the results that you want. So what it comes down to is your power of belief. That's what it comes down to. If it's working or not working, there's just a limiting belief along the way that needs to be cleared. That's all it really is. There is nothing more to it. It's just a limiting belief that once it's cleared, it's like a switch gets turned on and you're off and freaking running. The magic is with the system or the strategy or the coach or the mentor or whoever it is that you're hiring to help you through this is being able to get to that space where you can unlock that key, where you could turn that light on. That's what happened to my client. People come to me and say, oh, but really, can you help me win the lottery? No, my client that won the lottery, it was a switch. It literally happened in one session. Something he said that I caught right there. And when I came back to him and asked him that question, he had no answer for it. It's like a switch immediately had been turned on. That happened on a Wednesday. And it was Friday. He bought the ticket. And when he contacted me on Sunday, he told me I already knew I had won. Something that gets cleared in an instant. And that's what law of attraction experts called instant manifestation. That's why it's instant, because once you clear the belief, what can happen or the outcome that comes from it is like freaking magical. That's why you'll see me all over the internet with this, because it's all about clearing that belief. That kid that took the math lesson that got a great grade could very well believe he's really good at math. While that other one next to him could believe that he sucks at math. So no matter the lesson, no matter the test, no matter the teacher, the belief is what's generating the result. And that's why you see me with this, because that's my expertise. I hear at such a level that I can decipher right then and there what the heck is that limiting belief that's blocking you from getting what you want, from showing up confidently, from sharing your gifts, from sharing your passion, from being rewarded as you deserve, because that, believe it or not, is the biggest hang up from my clients. Do I really deserve to be paid for my gifts? I remember it was for me. When I got my coaching certification, that's the only question I asked. I said, could it really be this easy? Me being me and getting paid for it? That was what I had to work through. And that's why I'm sure I am such a magician when it comes to deciphering what's blocking people from creating what they want. Because standing up confidently and sharing who you are is not what we believe about overcoming the fear of public speaking. That's what I thought. And I went on a journey for 9 years in Toastmasters. It's much easier than that. It's more than the strategies you learn or the ums and the ands and the how to create a great intro or a great ending. It's about tapping into the power and the knowing of who you are, your strengths, your abilities, your talents, knowing that they're valuable, sharing your purpose, your mission, your story with those that can hear, uplifting, making hearts sing, spirits soar by sharing your energy. You are a freaking magnet. And from that space, knowing that you deserve to be abundantly rewarded for it. Abundantly rewarded for it. That's what is the key to tapping into that space of confidence that lets your people know you're the guide they've been looking for. Namaste. Switch is on.